Nocatee has done it again here in Ponte Vedra, Florida, ranked #1 best place to raise a family in 2023 by niche.com. So what's going on in Nocatee here as we wrap up 2023 and get into 2024? We're going to talk about what's coming in the commercial space in Nocatee Town Center. We're going to talk about residential new construction as this master plan project is turning a corner and is about to wrap it up. And if you stick around to the end, we'll go ahead and talk about the current resale market. We'll look at pricing compared to new construction. Let's get into it right now. Okay, so if you aren't aware, every quarter, the developer of Nocatee, the Park Group, they have a certification process for local realtors that are specifically focused in the Nocatee area. And so last week they had their latest updates of the current development here in Nocatee. And this is an indicator to me that the developer values their relationships with local agents and brokers in the area. Therefore, they want to keep us in the know so that we can better serve you as the customers that are considering moving to this area. If you are one of those folks, then at the very least, if you're looking for representation, which you should, I would at least be asking those questions of whether or not somebody is certified Nocatee agent. Therefore, they will be a little more updated as far as what's going on in the area. My name is Greg DiTullio. I'm not just a certified agent. I'm actually a resident here in Nocatee. And I will tell you that if you can believe it or not, 90% of the viewers of this channel are not subscribed. And so we put out videos every week and we'll be ramping that up soon enough. So if you're one of those viewers that find value in these videos, would you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button? That will help me a great deal. And of course, if you're considering selling or moving to the area, I'd love to be a resource of choice. Join the many of families that we've served helping move to this area in the past year. It doesn't matter if you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, or 180 days. Go ahead and text me, call me, or email me. My info will be in the description below. So let's talk about this meeting last week. We'll get in and start with commercial. All right, so during the meeting, I was hoping for some more juicy details on a few things that I was most interested about, not just as a real estate broker, but as a resident. One of those things that were not addressed is what is going to be that third grocery store that is coming to Nocatee? Is it going to be another Publix? So that was not addressed. The other thing that came to mind also was this Hampton Suites that was announced that's going to be developed in Town Center, about 100 rooms. When is that development going to start, and when should we see it being completed? And then finally, the last thing that was not brought up that I was most interested to hear about was the future development of phase 2 and 3 of Seabrook. So I might be getting ahead of myself, but those are definitely things on the top of my mind as a resident and as a real estate broker of what's happening in the future with those projects. I don't blame the Park Group maybe for addressing them. There are other things that they're working on right now, which I'm about to address. They did address some of the rumors that are swirling around as of lately, and one of them is the Chic-Fil-A. As you see in this Daily Record Jacksonville article, the Nocatee developer says Chic-Fil-A is not a certainty, and they did address that. This article was published. It said that a JEA service availability request was to determine the utility services that are available for a specific property and is often done during a site evaluation. So this information came out because of this site evaluation, but the deal is not done. If it were to happen, it sounds like they were speculating 2 acres of property in the Nocatee Town Center, which is very interesting to me. I'm not sure if that sounds like a great idea. Now, I love Chick-Fil-A, but I mean, Nocatee Town Center is getting pretty busy, and I'm not sure if a Chick-Fil-A would be a great idea in the Nocatee Town Center. They said the location details, availability requests show it east of Crosswater Parkway and south of the Nocatee Parkway, north of 355 Pine Lake Drive. So not a big fan of that idea, although a lot of people are big fans of Chick-Fil-A. We do have a Wendy's. It's going to leave it at that. I don't want to get into controversy here, but we certainly could use a Chick-Fil-A, but I don't know about the location, to be honest with you. The other big rumor that was swirling that I'm going to address as well was the rezoning that's going on in St. John's Town Center. They wanted to make sure that Park Group wanted folks to understand that they are not responsible for any of the rezoning in St. Johns County or Nocatee, and that the county was fully responsible for that. There have been rumors that Nocatee was exempt from the rezoning. It was a proposal to do some rezoning in Nocatee, but then rumors came out that it wasn't going to happen. That announcement is actually today as of recording this, so we will know by the time this video comes out if the rezoning will affect Nocatee. But just for your own future reference, you can go to the St. Johns County School Board website and you can look under schools and check out attendance zoning. There's information on the zoning maps so that if you're considering a specific neighborhood, you know if and when you will be affected, or you can just hire a knowledgeable real estate broker like myself to guide you through that process so that you know whether or not you're going to be affected or not in the future, because there's so much rezoning going on in St. Johns County now and in the future. So then they started talking about the new businesses coming, which are really exciting. Let me show you a few of these. All right, now for the fun stuff. First announcement was made. Bronx House Pizza is coming to Nocatee. They're going to be near the Dunkin' Donuts in the Verizon store section of the town center. I checked it out because I'm a big fan of pizza, and I was like, New York style pizza, what's this about? And apparently they started in the central Florida region, Ormond Beach area, and they're working their way into Jacksonville area, 4 new locations: Ponte Vedra Beach, St. John's, St. Augustine Beach. Apparently it's a couple of guys from New York, Michael Benici, and then his buddy who is Bruno DeFabio, I believe is a pizza master on the Food Network. So they're coming to Nocatee Town Center, so I'm really excited to see if that's going to be improvement, because we could really use a really good, authentic pizza place here in Nocatee. Who doesn't love pizza, right? So I'm excited about that one. And then if you haven't heard about Mayday ice cream, pizza and ice cream, can't beat it, folks. But this one is coming in next to the Dick's Wings location in Publix in the town center area. And I actually experienced this with my family in Jacksonville Beach. They have a new store over there, and it's really interesting. They have a lot of different flavors that you know and like, but with a twist. So as you see here, a range of classic flavors from a modern twist, from Queen's Salted Caramel, Blueberry Toast Crunch, Cookie Crush, Coffee and Donuts, Icebox Lemon, to seasonal specialties like Passion Fruit, Golden Milk, and Blackberry Earl Grey. There will also be various types of dairy-free options, as well as seasonal boozy flavors for the 21-plus crowd, like Mayday's High Dive Melon, a fresh watermelon sorbet with a splash of vodka. So I'm not a big fan of Baskin-Robbins. This is kind of a bougie ice cream option, something a little different. So I'm actually pretty excited about Mayday Ice Cream Shop adding a little more flavor to Nocatee Town Center. So they also mentioned again, it was announced in August that Degree Wellness and a barbershop were also coming to Nocatee Town Center. And that location again is near the First Watch and the Anejo Mexican restaurant. So I was kind of curious. I'm like, what is Degree Wellness? Because we already have Spa via Spa, so where you can go and have a massage or a facial. And so I was like, is this another one of those? So I checked out Degree Wellness, and it actually is a very interesting store. It's offers services such as IVs, boosters, NAD plus, IV therapy, full body cryotherapy, red light therapy, infrared sauna, normatic compression, localized cryotherapy, facials, Frotox, not the same as Botox, celluloma light therapy, dry floats, and oxygen therapy. So pretty interesting. I think we should all want to take care of ourselves, but some of this stuff I've never heard about, but certainly interesting to see what it's all about. They are offering memberships. So definitely seeing some changes in the Nocatee area with these additional services. And then we have V's Barbershop, which I think is a long time coming. I've always, heard a lot of folks say, hey, we need a V's Barbershop. The owners, both MJ and Nick, are focusing on making V's Barbershop in Nocatee a one-of-a-kind destination barbershop. Very excited to serve the community. I think they live in the area, and that's one of the things I love about Nocatee is that you'll notice some of the local business owners in the town center actually live in the community as well. So that should be fun to have a barbershop here in the Nocatee Town Center. One of the things that has been brought up also, again, was the steakhouse with the rooftop bar that's supposed to be coming. Again, I know the only thing they were certain about is that the Bronx Pizza, which was already built and structured, and it's just a replacement business, that one is supposed to be open at the end of November of 2023, this month. Excuse me. And then Mayday's Ice Cream, again, is also a replacement business near Dick's Wings in Publix. That one's supposed to be beginning of 2024. All these other businesses that I'm mentioning now, including the steakhouse with the rooftop bar, the Degree Wellness and V's Barber, that part of development is going on right now, as you can see. And that is near the Anejos. There are no definitive dates on those. It's kind of like most construction. That's why I can't tell half my buyers when their new home is going to be done. But that goes with commercial as well. There's no definitive answer on that since there's so many trades involved in that process. But again, I'm expecting, and as they're saying, sometime in 2024, later in 2024. The other big announcement that I thought was a very much needed here in Nocatee was another daycare school, if you will. And this one is Goddard. And this is super cool because I believe the owners or the franchise owners of this one are the ones that started the one in Ponte Vedra Beach. And we actually toured that school for our daughters, and it was fantastic. And we have tons of waiting lists on the current daycare schools that we currently have in Nocatee. I think we have like 5 now, and this would be 6. So this is going to be a massive relief for parents that are having to commute outside of Nocatee right now. And I'll tell you what, the operator of the one in Ponte Vedra Beach did an amazing job. So I'm super excited about this Goddard school coming to Nocatee for sure. They said it's going to be near West End on that side of the town center area, which will hopefully relieve traffic and whatnot, especially if you put a Chic-Fil-A right there. off the Nocatee Parkway next to Anejo. So anyway, great news on that spectrum. I think we've covered most of the commercial. Let's get into residential. Okay, so let's talk residential, right? I'm here at the Park Groups page, and I like to go here every once in a while to see if these numbers have changed. And they're saying we currently at 10,081 lots developed. I've thought many times it was going to be maybe 11,500 homes here in Nocatee, maybe 12,000. Who really knows? But point being is that we have 10,081 homes or lots developed, and we're at the end, whether it's 11,500 or 12,000. If you watched any of my previous videos, I break it down of what those numbers look like. But more importantly, what are those lots being developed? Are they townhomes? Are they single families? Because right now there are a lot of townhomes being developed here in Nocatee. And for my customer base, I need more single family homes. That's why I said earlier on in this video that I am most interested to hear what happens in phase 2 and 3 of Seabrook Village, because those will be should be the bigger lots that are offered in phase 1 of Seabrook Village, which are 50-foot lots, because that's the most affordable product single family home. They're usually 2 stories, about 2,800 square feet, 2,900 square feet. Those are probably the most common, most needed, but the developer continues to develop more townhomes. And so I'm going to go ahead and go here to the Explore Nocatee map. And these are all the neighborhoods that are left. And like I said, West End started development at least 2-3 years ago, and they're still trying to sell these townhomes. ICI, for instance, is offering free golf carts and rate buy downs, and Toll Brothers and Dosty has what they call these villas, which are connected, and they look like duplexes more or less. So they're still trying to sell those. I think they're still a little overpriced, if you ask me. And again, while they're still trying to sell those, if you come down to the south end of Nocatee, there's a new community called Crosswinds, and they're building more townhomes there by Toll Brothers, David Weekley. And if that's not enough townhomes, don't worry, Providence Homes is also building more townhomes in Woodland Park. So if you're looking for a townhome, call me. I've got lots and lots of townhomes coming in the pipeline in Nocatee. But just to break it down, though, on the single family aspect of things, which again, I serve a lot of families with, Nocatee averages 2.5 children per household. Not uncommon to see 3 to 6 kids in a household, but we certainly have a need for bigger homes, and we're at the end of a project here, folks. I don't care what the market is. This is a master plan community that is close to the Atlantic Ocean, okay, right here, close to the Atlantic Ocean. You can get to the beach in 10, 15 minutes, depending on where you live in Nocatee. You're a few minutes from the main intercoastal waterway. It's a master plan community that has everything you can need and has the most intricate EV or golf cart road system. It is a coveted area, and I don't care what the market is. We're at the end of development here. We're at 10,200 homes. We're going to go to 11,500, maybe 12,000. But a lot of those that are in remainder to be developed are townhomes. So, how many single family homes are left? And so that's why I really focus on, even Franklin Square has one more townhome available by Toll Brothers. I'm running blank here. But I mean, there's really only 3, four major neighborhoods that have single-family homes, and that are left to be developed, and that's Seabrook Village, Palm Crest, and Coral Ridge at Seabrook. There are a lot or two left to be built in Settlers Landing. Basically, the parking lots to the model homes are being developed, and they're putting a home or two left on there. I believe one is by David Weekley, the Boswell model, which will be 2,700 square feet, somewhere around there. You can build from scratch on that. Coral Ridge has very few 70-foot lots available. They're pretty sold out. And then they have a few 80-foot lots. And again, getting in there, you're going to be in the higher 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and up region. And then Palm Crest is pretty much sold out. So they said Coral Ridge is 40 to 50% sold out. David Weekley said they have 3 inventory homes, 4 remaining home sites to build 70-foot on a 70-foot lot, and 4 available home sites on 80-foot lots. And again, that price range, you're looking at around 1.1 and up million, that is. So Coral Ridge is halfway done. Toll Brothers has only a couple specs left in Coral Ridge and 1 to be built. Palmetto Cove, they have 1 spec open over here, which is a phenomenal, one of my favorite neighborhoods. Sales just blew through that community. So again, not a lot left there. Palm Crest, I know they don't have a whole lot left there as far as good lots go, because I think I've built 4 or 5 with customers in there, and it's slim pickings for what's left in Palm Crest, and that's a 60-foot product. So that's why I reiterate, like Seabrook Village, hey, what's going on in phase 2 and 3? They haven't even opened that up yet. As you can see, a little footage of Seabrook Village. That whole area will be developed from this section here, phase 1, all the way back to the town center, and that roadway will be, that golf cart roadway will connect from Seabrook Village phase 2 and 3 to closer to the town center area, so that you can get to the town center area quicker rather than having to go all the way around here to the Crosswater Parkway. So, they're not talking about Seabrook Village phase 2 and 3, this area here for development, which are going to be bigger lots, because they want to sell Crosswinds right now. And that was the big focus of the meeting they had, the park group. And Crosswinds, again, is 40-foot lots, but then a ton of townhomes. And those townhomes, or what they're calling villas, are by David Weekley and Toll Brothers. And then there'll be some 40-foot lots as well available in Crosswinds. The big selling factor for Crosswinds is the fact that it literally is located next to Pine Island Academy, and they literally have like a golf cart road that goes directly across the street to the school, as you can see in this rendering. They also have a really cute park they're putting in as well in the neighborhood for those 40-foot lots. So I definitely have broken down the price of Crosswinds. If you haven't checked my video out on Crosswinds, I literally break down the price and the size of a really good lot that you can still get now. So if you do want to be close to school and you want to be around that $650,000 range, and you're cool with 2,500 square feet, then Crosswind definitely still has a lot of opportunities now. And folks, I'm telling you, I know the market is slow right now. We're going into Thanksgiving, Christmas, the holidays as of recording this video here in November. But I will tell you that the builders, they will not lower the price of the homes. They'll do everything they can before they lower the price of the homes. But they're offering massive incentives right now to buy down the rate, because everybody is scared off by the current interest rates. But they are having buy downs. A lot of these popular products they're doing right now is a 3-2-1. So basically that buys down your rate 3% in the first year, 2% in the second year, and 1% in the last year. And hopefully in that time frame of 3 years, you'll be able to refinance when the rates come down again. Now, yeah, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if they're going to come down, but certainly they're putting a strain in our economy, making it really hard for our homeowners to buy a home. And basically, this is an opportunity. Some of the builders, a local builder that's a very good, well-known builder, is offering $40,000, $50,000 on inventory homes for you to take that money and use it however way you want. So you can take that $40,000, $50,000 and you can buy down the rate for 3% the first year, 2% second. So if the rates are, say, 7.5%, 8%, or you qualify for 7.5%, 8%, your rate buy down can buy you down as low as below 6% for the first year, and then 6.5% or 7% the second. So my point being is that there are opportunities now that are going to go away in the spring when everybody's buying again. So I always say the best time to purchase a home is right around Thanksgiving or right January 1st or 2nd, because people are not looking for homes at that time of year. So it is the best time to buy, and there are a ton of incentives right now. So don't put your blinders on and act in fear. If you need a home and you're looking for a home, or better yet, if you have cash from the sale of your current home, now is the best time to take advantage of these opportunities that the builders are offering. Now is the time. So if you are one of those people that have a lot of equity in your current home and you're saying, hey, this is my last time to cash out, downgrade, or upsize, certainly give me a call. I'll steer you in the right direction and show you some of these promotions that are going on and how can you apply it based on your needs. Now, of course, if you're cash poor, you're not in a home, and you're not in a good situation, yes, I wouldn't recommend straining yourself to get into a home. But if you are in a good situation, depending on your situation, this could be a great opportunity, as they're really anxious to get Crosswinds off the ground as well. And then, of course, they're very anxious to finish out Seabrook Village Phase 2 and 3, as well as Palmcrest and Coral Ridge at Seabrook. So these are the last opportunities to build your single family home, because as I reiterated over and over and over again, there is a ton of townhomes available. But if you're looking for a good deal on a townhome, you know what? This will be the time. So let's talk about resales here in Nocatee, because inventory is starting to creep up in resales. My sellers are not being quite realistic just yet. And let's look at those listings. Okay, welcome to the MLS. And for the sake of showing you what the resale market looks like compared to resales, believe it or not, a lot of the resales that you'll see on MLS right now are new construction. They're spec homes that have been built for purchase. All the finishes have been picked, and therefore they're going from speculative homes that the builder speculated that the customer would want, and then when the home is completed or it's coming close to completion, it is now considered an inventory home. And builders do not want to sit on inventory homes, so that's why, as I said earlier, they're offering incentives. Now, the incentives won't affect the price. They're not going to change the price of the home, but they're going to offer incentives to buy down the rate or pay off all your closing costs. On a new home construction, your closing costs can be roughly around 2.5% of the cost of the home. So back to this, I did a search basically of 4-bedroom homes in Nocatee, only in Nocatee, and I got 96 homes as a result. Now, there are more homes available in Nocatee, and we're certainly starting to see a little bit more inventory. But if you look over here in the northeast section, in the 20-mile region, we're looking at 1, 2, 3 homes. So not a lot of options there in that region. And again, keep in mind, this is only St. Johns County and Nocatee, not the Duval section, which is over here on the northwest corner. Those are Duval, but I did not include that in the search. Again, you'll see here in the town center a few homes for sale. I tried to weed out all the townhomes that are for sale in the town center area. Here in the Greenleaf Village, which is some of the original homes, older homes in Nocatee, which are really not that old. We're talking 2010 through 14. There's only a couple for sale here. Quite a few in Willow Cove, and a lot of people trying to cash out a lot of those older homes. I will say those homes are priced relatively high for older vintage home, meaning they require a lot of updating. But people are just putting them up on the market, and it's hard for me to take some of them seriously because some of my customers have put offers that were very fair, and the sellers did not consider those offers, which just tells me they're holding out for a particular number. They do not have concrete plans as far as where they're going next. They're kind of like, hey, if you pay me $1 million or so, we'll take it. Otherwise, they're not budging on their price current to the current market pricing. And then if you see here, there are also a few for sale in Coastal Oaks. Again, folks that have a little bit of an older vintage home, they're trying to cash out on the market before it's too late. And then you have here most of your concentration of these homes in the southwest section of Nocatee. That's all your Seabrook collection, mostly all new construction. So let's go ahead and take a look at price per square foot here. So again, 20 Mile in Nocatee. This is a smaller home, 2,200 square feet. It's been on the market for 46 days. It's at $370 a square foot. That area, this is the settlement next to the colony. It's a guard-gated community, Toll Brothers community, there's ICI, I believe, in there as well. They're right next to Colony and River Landing. So houses have always commanded over 300 a square foot, but this one has been sitting on the market for a little while, and it's 370 a square foot. I think right now, a fair price, and if you're truly comparing apples to apples or whatever, in the 20 Mile region, you should be around $300 to $350 a square foot. And as you can see here, here's another home, 20 Mile in Nocatee. This one's also been in the market for 81 days. It's a 5-bedroom, 320 square feet. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see where it is exactly. This looks like it's in the 20 Mile Village, near the park, near the entrance. Not a huge lot. They're asking $320 a square foot. Clearly, it's been on the market a while. They started at $949,000. They've come down a bit. They're kind of offering a lower than normal commission to agents. So I don't know. It seems like these people are stuck on a number of last year's pricing, and it's not realistic, because why would you pay $320 a square foot when you can buy a brand new house for $315 a square foot? Let's look at some of Seabrook Village Phase 1. $326 a square foot in Seabrook Village, brand new house. So $335 a square foot in Crosswater, Seabrook Village, $300 a square foot. So you can build a home in Crosswinds on the south end of Nocatee, across from Pine Island Academy, for $270 a square foot. So you have to really want to be in 20 Mile to pay $318 a square foot. This one is an Outlook, just under 4,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2-car garage there at $350 a square foot. They're within line, but again, it's been sitting on the market. Beautiful pool home with the lake. But again, you really have to want to be in 20 Mile to spend $1.3 million. Otherwise, you can go down and buy a home in Coral Ridge. You won't get a pool for $1.3, but you might be able to do that in Palm Crest, potentially, if there's anything available. But again, this pricing is based on supply and demand and location, 20 Mile being the closest to the beach, obviously. And then again, Greenleaf Lake's older part of Nocatee, down to $248 a square foot. So, not really that old in a home, 2015, 2,500 square feet. 250 a square foot. Again, they're still competing and moving into building a home in crosswinds, as I mentioned before, 2,500 square foot home, brand new for 650 grand. So that's a tough sell as well, for sure. Daniel Park in Town Center. This is the Town Center region. People like that area. They're at $280 a square foot for a 2,300 square foot home built in 2018. Been on the market 112 days. So again, it depends on the lot, location, and the finishes and whatnot to determine. So again, a lot of inventory in Seabrook Village. Depending on the lot, location, prices vary, but still opportunities to get in a new home. And again, it will not cost you anything to use a real estate agent. So you understand, when you're buying new construction, your real estate agent representation is paid for by the builder. It is baked into the marketing expense and the cost of the home. You will not be able to go into a builder and say, hey guys, I'm not using a realtor. I'd like to get another 2.5%, 3% reduced on the price of the home. They're not going to reduce the price of the home. The builders have future development in that neighborhood, and they cannot ruin their own comps by selling the house less price per square foot. But they can offer incentives on top of that to help pay for your closing costs, which could be $25,000 savings, and then also to buy down the current rates for the next 3 years. So those are the incentives they can offer, because that will not affect their comps. Also, a good agent, a professional agent, can negotiate other factors, fences, fridges, all kinds of things. So again, it does not affect you to have representation. Make sure you hire a qualified real estate professional to represent you. I'm doing multiple builds with multiple customers right now, and they've needed in me as an advocate who already works with all the builders to step in on behalf and go, come on guys, let's do this right. Let's do this. Let's correct these things that we're finding during the pre-slab inspection, the pre-drywall inspection, and the final inspection. So do yourself a favor and have an advocate on your behalf, someone that's really zeroed in on the market. And you will see here that in most cases, it may not make sense to purchase a resale when you can buy an inventory home with all these additional incentives, or even build a home such as one in Crosswinds. So it helps to go ahead and start with a real estate professional that knows the area like myself, and say, okay, what are you looking for? These are the 2-3 areas, because there's not a lot of options. We're looking at 96 homes for a 4-bedroom home in Nocatee. That's not a ton of options, even though the market is bad and the economy is bad and all this. But it's a great time with these incentives to actually, if you have the ability, have any equity or have equity in your current home, it is a great time to make that move if you are looking to do so. Don't wait till spring when everybody else is doing it, because those incentives will be gone. All right, so that is it. You've stuck with me this long, so you must be pretty interested in this amazing area of Nocatee where we live. I hope I didn't forget anything. If I did, make sure you put it in the comments below, or go ahead and shoot me a text, send me an email, or give me a call. My information will be in the description or pinned on the comments below. My name is Greg DiTullio. If you want to learn more about Nocatee, there are a ton of videos, a whole section just on Nocatee. Go check them out, and I will see you there.